So, I was thinking about like photography and like artists that paint, and like what's the difference between like a photographer and a artist that paints, the artist that takes pictures and the artist that paints, right? And in my head, I was thinking that okay, like the artist painter needs to like create, right? Needs to create the painting. And a lot of times, like if they don't create the painting, it just never happens, right? Um, but if it and I was thinking a photographer, right? An artist photographer, if they don't capture the image with their camera, right? If they don't press the button, the whatever they're trying to capture still happens, but they don't capture it, right? If they don't take the picture, the moment just kind of passes, right? And for an artist, if they don't paint whatever they're, I keep saying artist, but it's like the artist painter. I consider photographers artists as well. But if the artist doesn't paint their painting, then it just never happened, right? Uh, yeah, and it's an interesting thought. Uh, I know there's also photographers that like create a scene and like they have like these models and they're like dressed up to like fit whatever um, they're trying to create, the photographer, right? And but they still, in the end of the day, like they still have to capture whatever they're trying to create, what scene they're trying to create. And for an artist, painter, you the painter, if they're trying to paint something similar, like a specific scene, they have to like hire the model, create the environment, right? But they still have to create the painting, right? It takes a lot more effort to like paint than like capturing the picture, you know. Uh, so yeah, that these things are have been in my mind, you know. Um, yeah, I love photography though. Like I think photographers like in the end of the day, like they're trying to capture something that they feel is important or it's beautiful in some way. And by beauty, I don't mean like a, a model or something like something physically beautiful, right? Or someone physically beautiful. I mean something that the photographer, the artist sees as beautiful. Like it could be the way a mom sees their first newborn, right? Or Um, it could be, I don't know, like a homeless person receiving some money and seeing their smile, and like the photographer captures that moment. Uh, it could be anything, like it's whatever they see as beautiful is something that they're trying to capture and share with us, like share these moments that they felt was important and uh, give us that experience as well to be able to see that moment, and I find that very beautiful. um, and like with artists that paint, I feel like the craft behind like the painters, right, that spend a lot of time to like perfect that their technique, or like I know if some artists that like to paint people, right, and like they're trying to always improve on how they paint someone, right? Or they paint a group of people or architect or landscapes, right? And the way they mix colors and the way they could paint light or the lack of light. Just I love the craft of of painters and the years that it takes to like develop all that, and all in a way all the failures as well of like not being to produce the painting that they want to, like it's just I love the craft, honestly. um, and but yeah, I'm not really sure why I'm comparing these two, but uh, I guess what I'm trying to think is that like photographers, what I'm trying to say is that photographers capture the moment, which is beautiful, and the artist in a way has to create uh, the moment and create the piece. You know, photographers sometimes create the piece, but in the end of the day, they just have to capture it, and in a way, their job is done. And then the way they're whoever sees this picture will have their own story behind it, right? The same thing as a painting, like the painter has to create it and they have their own idea about it, but the viewer also has their own idea of what the painting means or what the painting means for them. And both just equally beautiful, but I like to play with both mediums, and I definitely enjoy even like this video format where it's completely different than uh, photography and painting because your a video is a longer experience. Like you're trying to capture the viewers um, for a longer time. And some great photography and some great paintings also do that, but in a video format, like I think that whoever's creating the video is in a way hoping that their message is being heard and like hoping that the viewer is getting something from their videos, and that's beautiful as well. And at least that's what I try to do for these videos. uh, I like doing them, and I hope the people that are watching it also get something from it. And and when it comes to video art, it's also interesting because there's a lot of conceptual stuff out there as well when it comes to video art, right? And in a way, like a lot of that, for me at least, when I was in school and I had to also learn video art, it was a lot of things that I kind of had to know the background behind it to, in a way, be able to uh, understand it, but also appreciate it. Appreciate what the artist was doing and trying to accomplish. Um, for example, there was this. Um, he was like a photographer, but like he worked at a warehouse, I believe, and every day he took a portrait of himself, clocking in. So like he would clock in and like he was just stand in front of a camera and like just take a picture. And he created this like time lapse in a way of like of all the pictures. He put all the pictures together, and it was like I'm not sure how many years of images it was, like of all the days he went into work and clocked in. And it was beautiful because you got to see like how patterns, for me, that video art was impactful because it made me feel like how repetitive our lives could be, you know, and how much sometimes we could give our time to something that uh, in a way gives us a lot or it gives us very little, but it shows us how we could also like age, right? How much we age and how things change as well. Like we age and things change, our bodies change, our hairs change, and there's so much change, right? And I think that's what I got from that video art. And I forgot the artist's name, but it was an awesome piece of art. So yeah, there's value in all these different type of artists and mediums. And yeah, what do you guys think? Which ones do you guys enjoy more? And do you find photography um, as enjoyable as I do when I talked about how they capture these moments and they would like to share that with like other people to experience that moment, you know? And what do you think about painters, and their craft and everything they have to do to learn and create their paintings, right? So yeah, see you guys next time.